getting nowhere. What they say in Luda's back, blame it on that contour. The hood call it Luda yak. And I'm on this foolish track, so I spit my foolish flow. My hands go up and down like strippers. My verses still be serving, tight like a million virgins. Last time on a college remix, now I'm on the original version. Can't never count me out, y'all better count me in. Got 20 bank accounts, accountants count me in. Make millions every year, the South's champion. Cause all I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there. Swerving in my low, head on the swivel, you know serving me's a no-no. Clean as a whistle.
You got it locked and loaded to the Sunday, March 22nd edition of the Press Box. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 1 p.m. I will be joined in short order by Statboy, by Pearly, by Mega. We will be chiming in. They will be chiming in. And, of course, you know, we'll be talking sports all morning long. But before I get into that, we definitely got to pick up the sponsors, making it happen each and every Sunday. The Island Game. That's where we're playing and winning all season long, all your major sports. And, of course, it's all about March Madness. And the Island Game's got it covered for you. All the games, all the action, all the upsets. It's all going on for you. And multiple ways to play, multiple ways to win. And the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly. Also being brought to you by Green Parrot. You want to take in all the action with great beer specials, great wing specials, great menu items, and all the action of March Madness. It's all about Green Parrot. You definitely want to check that out. That's one of our favorite watering holes right here on the Press Box. And you definitely want to check out all your NCAA men and women's college basketball action, as well as your NBA action going on over there at the Green Parrot. Also being brought to you by Jimmy's Wines and Spirit, and it's all about Michelob Ultra. That's right. You got a chance to win big with Michelob Ultra. Yes. All right, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you how it's going down. If you want to go off to the NBA, get some NBA playoff action courtside. Well, then here's how you do it. You got to get into your favorite Jimmy's Liquors location, and you got to stock up on your Michelob Ultra. It's all about the Jimmy's Wines and Spirits NBA playoff experience. Enter to win the elevated Michelob Ultra experience. Buy a 6-pack of Michelob Ultra and enter to win an all-expense-paid trip to a live NBA playoff game. 6 for $60 and $50, that included. Available for you at your favorite Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location. And I'll tell you, those locations are available for you. East Bay Street, Cable Beach, Carmichael Road, Airport Industrial Park, Lyford Storage and Commerce Park as well in Nassau, then over there in Freeport on Queens Highway. So ample opportunity for you to get hooked up with Jimmy's Liquors and that big Michelob Ultra NBA playoff game experience. Also being brought to you, of course, by KFC Nassau. Make it part of your pregame, halftime, and postgame. It's all about the crunchy deals going on for you. They got the one-piece chicken box, $5.95, that included. You get the one piece of chicken, the fries, the biscuit, and the soft drink. You also got the famous bowl going on. You get the famous bowl and the soft drink, $5.95, that included. In addition to that, you got the one-piece mash box. You get the mashed potato added to that one-piece meal deal, only $6.95, that included. And then, of course, you got the value box for $9.95, that included. You get the one piece of chicken. You get the 4 nuggets. You get the 2 biscuits. You get the small cheesy mashed potato, and you got the fries and the soft drink. So it's fully loaded for you. And they got the value bucket, $20, that included. It's all going on for you now at your favorite KFC Nassau location. Let them do the cooking for you today. It's always finger licking good. All right. Big up to all the sponsors, man. Couldn't do it without your big respect. Now, let's see where we're at lineup-wise. Okay, Um, Let me get this out of the way. We're waiting for Pearlie to chime in. We know Pearlie had a busy night. And Stat Boy will be chiming in short order. Mega will be chiming in short order.
Hey,
But
yeah.
who's in already?
A stop boy.
Oh, what's going on, Stat Breezy? You
Yeah,
good?
yeah, man.
I thought you were waiting to zoom in, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you zoomed in. Pearlie will be zooming in short order. So Mega, before we talk sports, allow me to say this though. Um, Last night while Pearlie was doing his thing, MJ and I were doing our thing, and we got to big up everybody over there at the Elevation Awards. Got to big up our colleagues, you know, Dwight with Morning Bland, Nuri in the morning, Shivago Lang with Z Live, and of course, Talking Heads. Also got to tip our hat to Arlen H. Bodie Jr. and Mr. Steve McKinney, two distinguished veterans in the business who I've known for a long time. But make a long story short, like to tip our hat to Mr. Producer. He gets to share in this as well. But talk show of the year, radio talk show of the year at the Elevation Award last night. Talking Heads. Bada bing, bada boom. So we want to thank all of you guys who always listen in on Sunday, who have come over from Talking Heads. We appreciate y'all so much. Greatly appreciated. And glad to know that you listen. Glad to know that we entertain you. You find us, you make us part of your day. We look forward to being part of your day. And like I say, MJ and I look forward, and Pearlie as well, look forward to bringing it to you each and every day, Monday through Friday, like we can on Talking Heads, the talk show that other talk shows listen to. And now we got the hardware to match. And that's all guys, everybody who called in, voted, made sure that they followed the link and voted for Talking Heads. Greatly appreciated. We'll shine the trophy up and let y'all see it in short order. But we appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. All right. Now that we got that out of the way, Mega is in, Stat Boy is in. We're waiting for Pearlie to chime in. What's going on, fellas? Everybody good?
Maria.
Well, we got Baltimore Ravens to talk with you. And obviously when we get into football, we got San Francisco 49ers to talk with Mega. Mega, you got a good one from Dallas, boy, but we'll take that third round pick. We appreciate that, eh?
And we appreciate him. That
For your
boy's
system,
he's
for
a
your,
monster, so we're good in our system.
for your system, he's gonna work fine. So I'm not mad, and I'm glad he went to a good organization. You all run a good show. I think he'll be appreciated and taken care of over there. Hate to see him go, but obviously you can't have 320 million defensive tackles. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Yeah.
and for the system that Parker wants to run, he's kind of light. Parker likes more of the big 320 plus kind of defensive tackles, the hog molies. You know what I mean? But
Right.
Osa fits right into your system, and he'll collapse the pocket, and he'll get some sacks for you guys too. So it was a win-win for everybody. We needed a third-round pick, and we traded out for George Pickens, which was well worth it. And now we didn't have a third-round pick this year, but we got another one now because we traded Osa to you guys. So it all worked out for everybody.
Yeah. I was looking at his pressure rating. He's one of the top in the NFL. I was like, well, this boy, he fits perfectly in the 4-3 system. And seeing that we trying to get another edge rusher, he had the talks, but maybe Joey Bosa there coming on the other side, or we may draft one. He gonna fit perfectly next to Collins. So yeah, man, I look forward to see how he move in the system.
And I don't know why you did it, but for some reason you all hired Eberflus as an assistant.
Yeah.
Eberflus is over the moon with Osa. He loves him some Osa Odigizua. He loves him some Osa. So I
And,
don't
he
I don't
ain't gonna
think
be
you
our
can go
defensive
wrong
coordinator.
with that.
He's just one of those defensive coaches. I mean, but thank God he ain't gonna be the DC. So we can live with that, I guess.
Well, we'll talk more about that in the 12 o'clock hour. I'll let you expand. But now the whole gang is here. We got Pearlie chiming in as well. And
Good morning. Good morning, as they say.
morning, boy Pearlie. I kind of read this morning. You sleep last night? Are you all right? Plenty red in your eye, boy.
Hey, listen, then the sleep ran almost 3 o'clock and was back up at 7. So now, yeah. but the
Learn,
adrenaline is flowing, so I'm good.
learn
Yeah,
adrenaline for
yeah.
real.
But just, I know you said it, but congratulations on a fantastic win of the Elevations Award. We know what we got, and now everybody else know.
Well, couldn't do it without you, big guy. Appreciate you.
But the really good news is Dodgers kick off the season with Yamamoto starting against the Arizona Diamondbacks
Well,
Thursday. I'm
that,
excited.
that that's what I wanted you to break down. I mean, the gang's all here. It's your time of year.
Oh yeah, oh
Baseball is
yeah, I'm
upon us.
excited.
Let us know what we can look for, man. Some of the names to look for early in the year. Some of the teams you think might be the movers and the shakers this year.
There's a kid the Dolphins signed named Espinosa, which nobody expected to make the team, but he had a great spring training. So he's going to be making some waves. So he might be that Teoscar Hernandez kind of add to the team that really, help lift the team. I do have two concerns. Blake Snell isn't thrown off a mound yet. He still has arm fatigue, so we're taking our time with him. It's slow, so he probably won't be back in there till maybe May. And Sasaki was learning a new pitch, and what it did was threw his mechanics off a little bit. So he's been a little while, but he's pretty confident. He says he's not worried about his spring training figures. You'll see him when the real thing starts. But you saw what Shohei Ohtani did in the World Baseball Classic. And hey, first of all, congratulations to that great Venezuelan team that beat the Americans 3-2. Their pitching staff was phenomenal. Shut the big bats of the Americans down and came off with their first World Baseball Classic championship. It was the whole tournament was really good, Naughty, because no team was bad. No team was bad. I mean, no team was bad. Some teams were much better, but it was an opportunity to see a New York Yankee and a Boston Red Sox on the same team playing with each other, and to see a Los Angeles Dodger catching for a San Francisco Giant player. That was kind of fun. That was kind of fun to see.
You know what I enjoyed about it? So really, it was the dramatic ending of it. Those two countries are dealing with to see how it ended. I was like, man, somebody had to write that script.
It was somebody had to write that script. But the thing about it is, it wasn't a boring tournament. It's a game you watch, you would have seen great players play. Whether you was pulling for the Americans, the Dominican Republic had a really good team with Vladimir Guerrero and a lot of others. But it was fun. Every game was good. Great Britain, represented by, I think, 7 Bahamians, were competitive. But it was wonderful to see. I truly enjoyed that tournament. Now, the only thing I didn't like about it was the Americans was little. I mean, and I understand is that they're the broadcast station. They think that was the only team in the league, so it got people pulling hard against them. I mean, the stadium in Miami was like more Venezuelans, more Dominicans at the time than the Americans was in there, and which made it exciting because that's from what I saw, the stadium was what people to say was lit.
Yeah, but I mean, what they expect, the stadium is in the heart of Little Havana. So all you get down there is Hispanics. So I don't know why they're surprised that there's going to be more Spanish-spoken people, in there than Americans. I mean,
for real.
The Miami Marlins is not part of funding up with Americans because it's right there. So I wasn't shocked at that. It was just like, boy, I hope y'all know what y'all, what y'all looking for.
I know what you mean. Now, I have to put out one piece of criticism for the Cubans, man. The Cubans could have put a much better team out there, but holding firm to their thing that if you leave the country and go play, they're not going to bring you, because people like Pajes and others, some top pitchers and some top. I think Cuba could have put a better team out. They thought, our homegrown players going to do it. No. You needed some more veteran play. And some other teams, and Naughty, you mentioned it when we talked, I think, last week. Some teams had some 17-year-old high school kids and some freshmen, college kids pitching. Brazil, exactly, who was making their debut, and some good things coming out of there. And the Italians really surprised me. They put up a good team with a good mix of major league, minor league, and
Pasquantino, baby.
Yes. But the manager of the team spent 6 months in Brazil, driving up and put like 18,000 miles on his car in 6 months, driving up and down Brazil looking for talent, and then he goes down to the Dominican Republic for the other 6 months. So everybody, if you didn't watch it, you missed it. We'll be back in 3 years, but it was really an exciting thing to see. I enjoyed it.
I was glad to see Salvi Perez go out on a bang. He played well through the whole series as well, too, for
Yeah, he did.
Venezuela.
He did. He did. He did. I think he had the clutch, the game-winning RBI, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
Yeah.
And he's
So-
always been a great representative for baseball, for Venezuela, and for the Kansas City Royals, man. So I'm happy to see him go out, on that level, because I don't think in 3 years Salvi will be playing. I think this might be his last hurrah this year.
Probably, maybe, may go. Why? I think he has one more year in his contract. They were talking about that. But if I think this could be his last hurrah.
Well, maybe behind the plate it sure is, because next year they gotta play that young catcher and probably move Salvi to DH full time.
Yeah, they got that's true because you got, and that's one of the problems the Dodgers got with the outfield. They got about 6 prospects out there, so I see a trade coming. Scooble, maybe.
Well, speaking of trades, and this not a trade, but this is a big time get. The Philadelphia Phillies have agreed to a new 6-year contract with left-hander Christopher Sanchez. The team announced on Sunday the deal will start in 2027 and includes a team option for 2033. Financial terms were not disclosed at this time, but sources told ESPN the deal is worth approximately $103 million in new money. Sanchez will make $3.5 million in salary for 2026 before the new deal kicks in next year.
They had to sign him. They can let him go. You know who's lurking in the wings to snatch him up? You better don't let him go. The Mets.
Yeah, but quietly the Yankees have assembled the number 6 rated pitching staff in all of baseball.
Yeah, they ain't quiet. They moved that deliberately. They did a good job of picking up some key pitches. The kid they got from the Marlins, really both. We're gonna boast to them. So,
With Fried.
yeah. So the Yankees should give the Toronto Blue Jays some that division. To be honest with you, is going to be a really good division to watch. Between the Yankees, the Blue Jays, the Red Sox will challenge, and I'm anxious to see how good can the Baltimore Orioles bounce back from that before. So they're gonna be that. I'm gonna watch that division with keen and anticipation. I don't see any other division. Maybe the Central with the Braves and I mean the East and the National, maybe the National League Central. But other than that, that's gonna be a division to watch. That's gonna be a fun division to watch.
It is going to be a fun division. And I think the AL Central as well will be a fun division.
Yes, Detroit and Cleveland and Minnesota.
And Kansas City, all 4 of them.
The Minnesota got a pitcher there, John Ryan. I can't remember if that's the right name I'm calling. Who's really their ace. And he's going to be in the trading block if Minnesota's season doesn't pan out the way they feel it like to be. Because he needs to be on a contender.
He does, but like I said, a lot of moving and shaking. Now you got the last 2 games left before the season opens. When the season opens again?
The season opens for some teams on Wednesday, and the rest of the league on Thursday.
So this is the last spring training game today.
Today, maybe Monday. I know the Freeway Series is coming up with the Dodgers and the Angels. We play one game in LA and Dodger Stadium, one game in Angel Stadium.
Yeah, but most teams are headed back to their home stadiums now. They're out of Florida.
Yeah.
Today
Between
is the last
tomorrow. Yeah, between today and tomorrow, all teams will be in their home, wherever they're supposed to be for game 1.
I think it's going to be interesting, man. I think a lot of parity, like you said, in a lot of leagues. Mega, what about your Braves?
Always competitive.
Well, I just can't say. Once Acuna coming back healthy and strong, to me, he'd be the key to that team.
Yeah.
They really flow with him. And so, from what I've seen so far, spring training, they look good.
Yeah.
I was impressed. I can tell you, I am impressed with what I'm seeing so far with them.
Yeah, only injuries played the Braves the last. Injuries.
Yeah,
that's
injuries.
It.
Yeah, I see Chris Sale starting for us on Wednesday, so I'm excited
He's
about that.
Okay.
Yeah, he opened it up, so and he was injured last year too. So, but
Yeah. That was
Once Acuna is, he in the lineup, I'd be optimistic with us and trying to win that division. Because really, the Mets start off dead strong, and then for some reason, they just become not irrelevant, but they just disappear. They don't be strong coming out in the back end.
Let me tell you the Mets problem.
Right.
I'll tell you the problem. Yeah, I'll tell you
So
the problem. The Mets put together a great starting team, but they don't think about injuries and they don't think about the bench, and that's the difference with them and some other
yeah,
teams. That other teams got Muncy go down, Freeland could drop right there, Espinosa could drop right there. So you got to look at who you could bring off your bench.
yeah, and they've been spending money too to try, build that super team, that they always wanted, but it never just pan out for them.
Oh yeah.
You know. So yeah, I looking forward to see what the Wednesday because half his game is Wednesday, so I looking forward to that to see how we look, man. But like I say, from what I saw from spring training so far, I was like, okay, we might be competitive once we stay healthy. Once we stay healthy,
Yeah.
that National League East is always be up for grabs. Don't sleep on the Phillies. Then Phillies, the Braves, the Mets. Every now and then, Miami might come in there and be throwing little upsets or win a series because they do that every year.
Well,
You know,
Miami always gives you one part of the season where they
right,
go like on 25-3 or something like that, or
right. You know,
and then spot out at the end of the season. And that's
yeah.
mainly because Miami is not spending money. They're not spending money.
They never spend money. They never spend money. I don't get it. Even
They
when they
don't,
won the World Series, I was like, how does this team do it?
yeah,
They
they broke
they
up the
don't
team
spend
when
money,
they
but
won the
they
World
get
Series.
stuff done.
They break the team right up. They won the World Series and then break the team right up after that.
Right. So I'd be like, I got to find out who the one is again on that team. So I got to
Well,
remember with it. But
one of the owners now is Derek Jeter.
that's right. That's how the Yankees got Stockton because Derek
Probably
traded him
so.
over there. Right.
Probably so. Is it Derek Jeter or is it
No, it is Derek Jeter because it was
Jeter? Yeah,
Derek
it is
Jeter
Jeter.
who gave Stockton, who Juan Carlos Stockton to the Yankees.
Yeah.
So there's him. But I just need to see what moves they can do out there in Miami. Because they have a good team, but like I say, you put that team in the heart of Little Havana, the attendance don't be like that because I've been to a few games last year and inside
Yeah.
it was like
And
50%.
listen, let me just interject something though. It really amazes me. All right, and you forgot Derek Jeter's probably responsible why Jazz got traded to the Yankees as well too, and the pitching now in the offseason as well, Burley.
Yeah.
But
That's right. That's
back
right.
to my point. Listen, MJ booked a Marlins game for us and the boys to check out Bryce Harper and the Phillies. Because when they were, even though they're Yankee fans and whatnot, Bryce is one of their favorite players. That Marlins experience was very affordable. It
Yes.
was on the third base dugout side. We were right behind the Bryce Harper and Phillies bench. That was a great experience. Then we went to another game with Josh Chisholm, which he booked, and we were literally the first row behind the Marlins bench. So Jazz was dapping us up. Couple of other Don't Blink nephews, Nick Gordon was another one who held us up. Hey, Naughty. And they knew Sancho and Andoni. Hey, MJ, hey, Sancho and Andoni. And then we talked to Jazz before the game. And the first inning, that's when Jazz hit the grand slam in that game against Pittsburgh.
Okay.
We lost
Well,
the
in
game.
September, I will
And that
definitely
was,
be in Marlins. I'm going to be
but
in Marlins Stadium in September.
my point
Wait a
is,
minute, Dodgers are.
it's a
Yeah.
very affordable experience for a family, parking included, take away all the headache. And I don't know why attendance is so crappy in Miami, though.
And they're
Because
not winning.
like I said,
Not
they always
winning.
had that problem ever since they had plans to move the stadium. That was the talks. They was like, if you put this in the middle of Little Havana, it's going to be an issue. They told them that. And
I mean,
the Cubans don't come over there and support. They don't come over there and support the baseball like that. But they figured because baseball is so big in Cuba, they thought they could pull the Cuban expats and their families to the game. But they wasn't interested in it.
I
They
mean,
weren't.
I get people not going to Dolphin games. They've been stinking up the joint for 50 years, but the Marlins.
I'm going to ignore that. I'm not even going to respond to that.
I just
But
can't say where do you take that.
I'm going to give him that.
have a
I'm
good
going to give
team.
him that.
If they had a
He's
good
an
team, they'd be
elevation
playing
award
the
winner. I'm going to give him that.
No, I'm not gonna lie though. When I went to the
You're,
West
you're,
game against the 49ers, that was a good experience. So I can lie. That was fun though.
you're elevation award winner as well too, Pearly. But you get to be that guy a lot because you're Dodgers. Allow me my moment.
That's what I say. I'm going to allow you that because trust me, I will. I will be that guy. I will be that guy.
All right, we're gonna get to the break. Flip side of the break, we're gonna talk NBA. I'm sure Stat Boy is gonna chime in.
Yes.
Get ready to go with his take on the NBA. Lakers winners of 9 straight games. Luka with a 60 burger the other night. You
And
got
then he cannot hit a game winner.
Yes, he
last
did.
night against the
Yeah, I
Magic.
watched them live, boy. Everything. Wow, they left a man wide open. That's the last place you want to leave open.
The Spurs and Wemby continue to run down the Oklahoma City Thunder, and both those teams still appear to be the creme de la creme in the NBA. Cade Cunningham with a collapsed lung for the Detroit Pistons. That's big news there. So we'll talk NBA on the flip side of the break, and of course we'll get you ready for 12 o'clock when we'll talk all things NFL, and there's a ton of NFL news to talk. Trades, free agency, the draft is coming up. And Pearly,
I hear you and I are talking about Jordan Brooks.
I was just gonna say Mr. Brooks could pack his bags. We need to see him.
Second round, and maybe I think they're talking a first round, the 30 and 20 flip. I mean, our 30th flip with your 20th second pick, and late on either second or third round pick.
No, all I'm hearing is it's a 3rd round pick this year and possibly something in the future. But
That's
no,
another one. A third round pick this year, and the second round in 2027. That's another one I heard. Yes.
And you guys are stockpiling picks. I don't think we're gonna do the 12 and 20. I think the 12 and 20 is earmarked for Cleveland at number 6. If Caleb Downs or Sonny Styles falls, then Dallas will trade up from 12 to 6, and Cleveland will take 12 and 20, and Dallas will take 6 and 39, which is a very high pick in the second round. And the value,
that's like number 7 pick. Yeah.
The value between 20 and 30 this year, and 20 in the second round is not a lot of difference. There's a lot of tweeners that could have been first round picks and are going to fall to the second.
There's a lot of wide receivers and a lot of linebackers. You guys need linebacking help, but there's a lot. This is a deep draft when it comes to linebackers and
but you get Jordan Brooks in the middle as the green linebacker in Dallas. That changes a lot of things.
Yeah. The talk is either we're going to trade him to you guys or we're going to extend him 3 years. But he doesn't fall into the mold that being a little heavy in the tooth maybe in 3 years when the Dolphins will be a team to talk about.
So we'll talk about that coming up in the 12 o'clock.
Something heavy in the tooth, long in the tooth.
But after the break, we're going to talk NBA, man. And with those injuries, especially with that injury to Cade Cunningham, I think the East is even more wide open than it was. All right, so we'll take a quick break. Flip side of the break, we'll be back at you with the Sunday, March 22nd edition of the Press Box. All brought to you, of course, by the Island Game, Green Parrot, Jimmy's Wines and Spirit, Michelob Ultra, and KFC.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We can make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
KFC got that crispy onions crunch. Take a bite, it's a smile. Sweet onion sauce drip, happy running down my side. Pepper jack cheese, bring a little playful wow. Brioche bun soft like a cloud on this ride. KFC get chicky with it. Hey. Taste the sweet side of things. Every single bite, so lit it. Got my whole crew doing that thing. Crispy onion, sweet onion sauce. Pepper jack cheese going on.
Introducing the new Sweet Chicky Chicken Sandwich at KFC.
Let's get chicky with it.
Basketball fans, this one's for you. Buy a 6-pack of Michelob Ultra at any Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location and enter for your chance to win an all-expense-paid trip to a live NBA game before the end of the 2026 season. 2 lucky winners and their guests are headed to a live NBA game, so grab your Michelob Ultra today and get in the game. Drawing takes place April 20th, so don't miss your shot. Michelob Ultra is the official beer sponsor of the NBA, distributed in the Bahamas by Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, who reminds you to drink in moderation.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the Sunday, March 22nd edition of the Press Box. All brought to you, of course, by The Outing Game, Green Parrot, Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, Michelob Ultra, and, of course, KFC Nassau. Let them do the cooking for you today. Make them part of your pregame, halftime, or postgame. It's always going to be finger-licking good. All right, we're back, guys. Everybody back in?
Yeah. Right here.
Stat boy, what's good, man?
Ain't on much, man.
Pearly, you back in?
And they good on this side.
And I know Mega there.
Yeah, probably must have dipped out.
Yeah, Pearly might be on mute, but he'll chime back in. But let's look at the NBA real quick. And playoffs are right around the corner in the NBA. About 11 games left for most teams for the remainder of the season to wrap up the regular season. And you look at the standings right at the Eastern Conference. Brooklyn, Washington, and Indiana, they could all pack it up, get ready for the draft lottery. Same could be said for Utah and Sacramento over there in the West. But if you look at the Eastern Conference, Detroit has qualified for the playoffs. Boston 4 games behind in second. New York, the Knicks, they're 5.5 back in third. The Knicks are 5.5 back in third. Cleveland, they're 7.5 back, but they're starting to play some good ball lately. They're beating weaker teams, but they're starting to creep. So keep an eye on them. Toronto seems to be falling off. They're 11.5 back. The Hawks are 12.5 back. The Sixers are 12.5 back. Orlando, Miami, Charlotte, and Philly, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Philly, Orlando, Miami, and Charlotte, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's still anybody's ball game there to qualify on that bubble. If I look at those 4, if they remain the same, I got to go with Philadelphia, and I got to go with probably Orlando.
Don't be surprised, though, if the Heat could make the 8 seed just off of Spoelstra's coaching.
This is true, but they dropped some games recently I thought that they would have won.
Agreed.
But we'll see where it goes. Now, let's have a look in the Eastern Conference real quick at that Cade Cunningham collapsed lung. What's the latest on that, stat boy?
He's expected to miss an extended period of time. I haven't seen a confirmed timetable yet, but I mean, Detroit in the 2 games that they haven't had with him, I mean, they beat the Warriors and they beat the Pistons, so they're going to stay above water.
Well, I mean, they couldn't beat the Pistons because they are the Pistons. They beat the Warriors and
the Warriors, and then they beat the Wizards, the Washington Wizards. That's what I meant to say. In the games that they haven't had Cade. The last game with Cade was against the Raptors, which they lost. The Raptors actually won by 11 points against them. So in the 3 games without Cade, they've played the Wizards twice. They've beaten them. They've beaten the Warriors once, but they have the Lakers on Monday, tomorrow, They've got the Hawks, they've got the Pelicans, then they got the Timberwolves and Thunder and Raptors. They got a challenging time with Cade out because they're going to play some good teams back to back to back. Besides the,
Do you think?
Pelicans, of course.
Do you think? Do you think the Celtics catch him? Well, Mega, do you think your Celtics run them down and because of the injury to Cade Cunningham close the gap?
Absolutely. Really 4 games behind, and if Cade doesn't come back, that's their key shot caller and their primary playmaker. If he isn't coming in right now, then this is equal opportunity right now for Boston to creep in and take that the number 1 seed, which nobody thought the Celtics would have been in the position right now. So to do when Jason Tatum was out almost 3/4 of the season, and Jaylen Brown, who I always say could have been in that MVP lot, has been carrying that team. And you got to give the coach some credit, bro. He kept that team together. Some of the players were making plays who we never thought would be making plays. I was impressed.
That Don Pritchard boy, he's earned my respect.
I was just going to say, calling him Dale. To see how he's been playing, his scoring average increased. So, Mazzulla was doing what he had to do with that team, and man.
Well,
for coach of the year.
I have a special place in my heart for individuals who could shoot the basketball, and that young man could shoot the basketball, period. Point up, blank, period. He could shoot the basketball. And there is no winding shot clock running out about to expire that really moves him. He has hit more buzzer beaters in the game and clutch time. He's a good shooter. He's very confident, man, and that's to your coaching, allowing him to increase his minutes and evolve and now become a productive member of that rotation. So I look for Boston to be in a position like Statboy said, as far as the gauntlet that Detroit has to run. All of those teams are over 500, correct, Sancho?
Yep, they are. They have, I can read it to you right now. They have the Lakers tomorrow. They have the Hawks. The Pelicans is the only one in this stretch they have that's like a lottery team. They have Minnesota, OKC, Toronto, Minnesota again. Then they have Philadelphia and Orlando. So that's a 7-ish game stretch. It's going to be tough for them. 7 or 8 games, that's just going to be tough, except the Pelicans, which they should win.
All right, let's get to the phone lines. Mr. Producer, bring up Statboy a little bit, man, when you get a chance, please. Let's get to the phone lines. Press box.
Yeah. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning. And congratulations on winning the award of the best show in the Bahamas. And let's include Chris Money Penniman, too, because he make it possible.
Yeah.
And all that else the producer, Wally, Kermit, all them would work with the show. Everybody would made it possible, man. Congratulations, and keep up the good way.
Appreciate you, and we appreciate callers like you, Muffin, make it go and make it happen, man. You're a big part of that as well, too. So, you sharing this with us as well.
Okay, exactly, because we love sports. Yeah, Pearly in yet? Back in yet?
Pearly was in, but then Pearly had to step away. He'll be stepping back.
Okay. Well, anyhow, Naughty. Man, you think the night when you all beat me, you all beat us, I cuss. Last night I do more cussing. Well, I didn't say Lakers hit the big shot and Orlando get beat. So then now all we got to win now, we'll jump Orlando and go into the 6th seed. Man, they got to block out Thompson. You can't be looking at the shot, KD taking the shot and then blocking out Thompson to tip the ball in with 5 seconds leave on the clock, man. I do more cussing. I so hot last night, man. We got to jump back in the 6th seed.
Yeah, man, you're stuck down at number 9 now.
Yeah, boy, that bugged me, man. And then Sixers wins. VJ had another good game last night and everything. Sixers win and all too, man. Hey, boy, look here, that bugged me, man. The man come from the next side of the court to tip the ball in, man. But, but that's something with Cade, get that collapse long and everything like that. But then the Sixers, the Pistons still play. They say they must see still 19 and something with him out and everything. Still got a good record. But, San Antonio, though. But, Naughty, let me ask you this. I didn't even know Champagne was a twin. He's a twin or something.
Yeah, Statboy, he's a twin, correct? Doesn't he have another brother in like the G League or playing overseas?
So I think he's either a twin or like an older brother, but with another Champagne brother.
Right, because I see him on one game playing, and I was wondering when they traded him from San Antonio. And then he looks like they say that's his brother. Then I said, boy, plenty brothers playing in the NBA, boy. Plenty brothers. But to Mega, I see you all got the Super Bowl MVP. But what you think about Justin Fields starting for y'all in September? Because Patrick Mahomes ain't gonna be ready yet.
Hold on
He
now,
ain't gonna be ready.
Mega's a 49er. You mistaken him with Big Dog, but that's okay.
Yeah, he's a but in Walker going to the 49er? In the Super Bowl,
No.
MVP going to the 49er?
He ran to the Chiefs.
Oh, to the Chiefs, yeah, he went to the Chiefs, not the 49ers.
You
49ers get someone too. They get someone good.
Yeah, we got Mike Evans. We got Mike Evans.
Yeah, that's who it was. The 43. That's what I tell you. Mike Evans. That's a good pick.
No.
Mega.
But Muff,
Yeah.
let me tell you this.
With him, I think with him.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, Nori.
I think, and here it comes, a sneaky good under the radar pickup for that offense is Christian Kirk.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
He can be a solid slot receiver for us.
He could be another
Nah,
800 to 1,000 yard receiving, and he can have at least 6 touchdowns for you all this year. At least. Remember, I tell you that.
And that's all we need,
Yeah.
you know. Because now with
He's
him,
gonna pick up-
McCaffrey,
He's going to
Evans,
pick up
Kittle.
a lot of the slack that Kittle is going to create with his
he come
injury.
back right away too.
And the fact that Juwan Jennings is gone and Bourne is gone, he's going to step right in and catch a lot of balls. But Ricky Pearsall's stock is going to go up too, especially in fantasy.
I would say
bringing
Jawan
up
going here
Purdy too.
because
Brock Purdy too. He's
Jawan,
bigging him up too, but he's not one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league. And then for what he do so far since he come out of college. But
But we can
I go on
we
right
can
there.
talk
I
more
right now.
NFL. We can talk more NFL in detail in the 12 o'clock hour for sure.
But let me just say this, Naughty, before I go. To all y'all Laker fans who was talking all that foolishness last week, there ain't no real 60 with Luka get. There ain't no real 60. They give him that. They pass him the ball. They foul him. Guess how Bam and I know 83 for Bam? There ain't no 60 for Luka. All right, I go on.
Boy, look here. Muff, you can carry on smartly with that all you want. Luka had 60 the old fashioned way. He was chooching it up. He had like 9 or 10 3-pointers.
I will tell him off that you got to be careful that because let's not forget that 43 and that 83 come from the free throw line now. So
Right.
that don't happen all the time. I just found it funny when Bomb said, I kind of, what did he say? Like, you know, it ain't that hard because he's been there before. And I was like, come on, bro. we know that is the same thing, you know?
Well, last night, if some of y'all are wondering what Muff was alluding to, the Lakers not only knocked off the Heat in this road trip, they knocked off the Magic last night for their 9th straight win. We'll pick up on what that means for the Lakers winning 9 straight, and we'll look at the Western Conference. But night from Orlando, Luke Kennard with the game winner. And listen, props to Smart with the inbounds pass. Caught Blanchero overplaying. Wide open Luke Kennard. And game, set, match, dagger. Here it is.
104-102 Orlando. 2 seconds left. Marcus Smart to bring it in. He got it into Kennard for 3 in the win. It's good! Luke Kennard with .6 to go. The Lakers lead by 1. And it's over. Kennard is your hero. The Lakers win it on a Luke Kennard 3 with less than a second to go. How do you like them apples?
That's what you call a dagger. And like I said, it was set up perfectly. That's why the Lakers got Smart. Okay, that's why they got Smart. That's why they have him for the defense. He makes big plays. The Magic are a tough team to beat at home. And if you look at the box score last night, everybody contributed. LeBron had 12, 6, and 4. He's kind of settled into that role as the third option. DeAndre Ayton with 9 points, but he only shot 3 or 4 out of the field goals, so that you can't knock him for that. 12 rebounds, 1 assist. Smart, he only had 2 points, but he had that big assist at the end. But obviously 4 steals and playing defense, knew his role, did what he had to do. 33 for Luka on 12 or 30 shooting, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. Reeves with 26 on 10 or 20 shooting, and 7 rebounds, 5 assists. And on the bench, Kennard came up big with 13 points, 5 of 7 shooting, including the game winner, 9 straight for the Lakers. So does that impact them in the Western Conference, Sancho, Stat Boy? Do you think that now puts them solidly behind OKC and San Antonio in that third spot? I don't think they relinquish that third spot. I think they hold on to it. Everybody on mute? We still there?
My thing about that whole thing, like I said, you're playing better defense. You know who I was impressed by last night? Jackson Hayes. Because I didn't sat down and watched that game, even though I know Laker fast. But the way he was playing defense, the block shots he was getting, that is what, you all need right now to be a competitive team getting into the playoffs. Your defense have been better. Now, moving forward in the playoffs, we got to see how it looks, man. Everything seems to get past OKC and San Antonio. That's 2 different types of team right there.
No.
But for now,
I'm not saying that they are now to be considered number 1 contender. I still think there's a lot of work to do between now and then. There's a big gap to close between both those teams because both those teams have spanked the Lakers. All right, and a couple of times
the thing about it though is
they'll spank the Lakers in their own right. I think the Lakers are playing better defense. The games will be more competitive, and now you got to look at now that they're more competitive, what are some of the intangibles that could swing it in the Lakers' direction? I think they've closed the gap, is what I'm saying. I don't think that they're past them.
No, I agree. They did close the gap. But like I was saying, I saw this last year with you.
Yeah.
You and did this closer to the playoffs, and you started, the game momentum. You went on like a 8-2 run at one point, and you saw it ending. So my thing is, but I'm seeing better defense playing, even though DeAndre Ayton's still in giving you that on the offensive side. He's playing pretty much. I think I literally watched a full Laker game where they all last year with Ronaldo, and I was like, okay, I see what they're talking about. Just try to portray it now. Like, the Lakers are now a full-on contender to compete with OKC and San Antonio. They can compete.
They got to keep playing defense, though. They give up on that defense. They go away from that defense, they're in trouble. They're in problems.
Yeah. Absolutely. But like I said, the joke earlier through the week in the group was like, if you all don't make it to the finals, do you fire JJ Redick the same way you did Darvin?
No. I think JJ's definitely a fan of new ownership. New ownership likes him. The players like him. Despite what you see on social media, him and Luka have a very dry sense of humor relationship. They get off on each other, but they know how to make each other go. JJ ain't going nowhere.
Nah, JJ ain't getting nowhere. But when does the Heat get terrible on JJ if you guys don't win a championship, let's say within the next 3 years? Now, 3 years
it starts next season with the exodus of LeBron. The addition of the players. The Lakers going to spend next season, so they're going to go over the cap. They're going to pay the luxury tax. There'll be players there. The pressure starts next season. And obviously, they're going to commit to Austin Reeves. They got to let LeBron walk if they want to keep Reeves. If not, Reeves is out of there.
Yeah, but okay. But when you put it like that, then LeBron is gone there. Because I can't see you holding on to LeBron's going to be, 42? Compared to a young 27-something who's playing some absolute basketball. That would be insane. You basically shooting yourself in the foot.
The Lakers have always been able to make that tough decision. Look what they did being shot.
Another thing to look at is LeBron wants big money, and the Lakers are not going to give him that big money. So he's going to end the season, my bold prediction, Cleveland.
I think so too, Pearly.
The Lakers are not going to give him 50 plus million. No, they're not going to give him that. And he wants big money. And I think if he was to take small money, it would be to do the ceremonial thing and retire in Cleveland. And probably Hall of Fame jersey be from Cleveland to show you that's how much he thought about the Lakers.
We all know where his heart lies when it comes to that.
Yeah.
But
So
right now, nine straight is impressive. And
Yeah.
he knows his role.
One of
My
the key things I
question
see,
is-
but one of the key things I see with the Lakers, they're playing defense now. They're not the greatest, don't get me wrong, but they're playing defense. And I think if they could continue playing defense the way they're playing now, the Lakers could. I'm not saying win the championship, but could give some people a scare. So I like the direction they're going in, and actually without LeBron, like Naughty said, money to spend. Dodgers style.
My
They give
concern
them a
is,
scare.
does
Two young
LeBron
teams. I don't
accept-
think they scared of the Lakers though.
Say that again?
I'm saying the two young teams, San Antonio and OKC. I don't think they're scared of the Lakers. I think because they're young, they're fast. They have that impact. They can play defense. We know them two teams solid. I don't think they're going to be afraid if they play the Lakers. Everybody underneath them beneath them, like, Rockets, Timberwolves, yeah. But those two teams right now, I don't know.
I think we close the gap between the Spurs and the Thunder to make us more competitive, but we have to continue playing this level of defense as far as the Lakers go. But the intangible for the Lakers, in my opinion, yes, LeBron's accepted the third role now in the regular season. When the lights of the playoffs come on, can he keep his ego in check to be that third option, or does he now assume, okay, it's the playoffs, let me turn it on. You, Luka, and Reeves back on the side. It's time for me to lead.
He's gonna have to accept the third role because Luka's one of the best players right now.
Yeah, and I don't think him accepting the third rule right now just for the love of the team. He ain't got it like that. He can't give you that kind of a play that he gave 10 years ago. So he got to, realistically,
He has to, yeah,
sit back
agreed.
and let Luka run the team.
But
Yeah, but I was thinking about that too because I cracked a joke with one of my Laker friends yesterday. Say if y'all make it to the finals, y'all win the championship, who gets the MVP?
Luka
or Reeves,
wouldn't be
Luka?
LeBron.
Clearly, with the league team is winning clearly of two things: the better defense and the player Luka. And Luka's suspended for the next game. Let's see what happens.
Well, no, it could be rescinded. The technical
Right.
could be rescinded, so it's not confirmed that he's suspended.
Unless they make that decision today.
but I
Unless
think they play tomorrow night. I think they're off today and play tomorrow night.
They
Yeah,
are off
Detroit, I
today,
think.
so it's by tomorrow. We'll see what the decision is, but it should be rescinded because
Yeah, it should be.
Bitadze was talking about Luka's mom in Serbian, and of course the refs can't understand that. So,
Yep.
Luka should have it rescinded.
But Luka needs to shut his trap because he leads the league in technicals, 16.
Yeah, but he's
Luka.
that passionate. He's that passionate.
Pearly, I give it to you passionate on maybe 8 of them, 9 of them. A couple of the others were real. Like, he should have just shut his mouth.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Maybe 10 or 11 were more passionate, but about 4 or 5 I could.
But that one with Bitadze, I don't blame him at all because if anybody talk about my mother, I'm going to do the same exact thing.
Yeah.
As
At least
you
Luka
said.
didn't punch him up. Luka didn't punch him down, so that would have been a different story.
Exactly.
But again, that's a Serbian thing.
Yeah.
We don't know where that emanates from in Europe.
What's his name? He's not Serbian. He just played in Serbia. So he learned the language.
Yeah, who talked to Luka? He's not even Serbian. I think he's
That's
Turkish
what
or
I'm
something.
saying. That emanated in the Euro leagues. You don't know the history behind that. And obviously there's bad blood there.
Probably so.
All right, let's get to the break. On the flip side of the break, we'll be into the 12 o'clock hour. We'll be talking all things NFL. Pearly, be ready to let us know about the fire sale in Miami. Sancho, let us know what's going on in Baltimore. Draft-wise, I think you all have to go wide receiver. Mega, you and I continue the conversation on Osi Odigizua, how he fits in that scheme in San Francisco, and how desperately we needed a third-round pick, so it worked out for everybody. And we'll look at some of the other news making headlines in the NFL this offseason and take a look at the draft as well. So keep it right where you got it. This is the Sunday, March 22nd edition of the Press Box, brought to you by the Island Game, Green Parrot, Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, Michelob Ultra, and KFC. And it continues right after this.
At Star General, you can go gold. Comprehensive car insurance covers loss or damage from accidents, fire, theft, and third-party liability. But the Gold package gives you increased coverage for rental car and windscreen, personal accident, medical benefits, deductible waiver, and 24-hour roadside assistance where available. Our Star General Gold package also gives you up to $2,500 for accidental damage to a rental car anywhere in the Bahamas. Go gold with Star General. Insurance made simple.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We can make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
This is definitely the time for BAMSI to continue to build on the progress that we've made. There's now drone technology. There's now year-round container farming. You have hydroponics. You have aquaponics. You have precision farming. There have been record numbers of enrollments, record numbers of flat fishing certifications. We've had record enrollments in our online courses. Students from across the family of islands. Because in BAMSI, we are not just cultivating produce. We're cultivating producers.
Paid for by CL. Hey everyone, get ready for a night you won't forget. It's Z-Live's Far Back Friday Party with host Chicago Lang. Friday, March 27th, beginning at 7 p.m. Join us at Sapodilla Estate for a night of 80s and 90s music, dance, light bites, and refreshing drinks. Get your tickets at the Nassau Guardian between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. $50 per person. Cash sales only. It's Z-Live's Far Back Friday Party. Real music, lots of fun, eats and drinks, and oh so cool vibes. See you there.
Basketball fans, this one's for you. Buy a 6-pack of Michelob Ultra at any Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location and enter for your chance to win an all-expense-paid trip to a live NBA game before the end of the 2026 season. Lucky winners and their guests are headed to a live NBA game, so grab your Michelob Ultra today and get in the game. Drawing takes place April 20th, so don't miss your shot. Michelob Ultra is the official beer sponsor of the NBA, distributed in the Bahamas by Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, who reminds you to drink in moderation.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the Sunday, March 22nd edition of the Press Box, all brought to you by the Island Game, Green Parrot, Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, Michelob Ultra, and KFC Nassau. And don't forget, man, it is all about Michelob Ultra. And let me tell you how you win with Michelob Ultra. All you got to do is get into your favorite Jimmy's Wines and Spirits. All right, and if you want to be courtside, you want to be taking it in live at an NBA game, you got to get into your favorite Jimmy's Wines and Spirits. It's all about Jimmy's ultimate NBA playoff experience. Enter to win the elevated Michelob Ultra experience. Buy a 6-pack of Michelob Ultra and enter to win an all-expense-paid trip to a live NBA playoff game. 6 for $16.50. Available for you at your favorite Jimmy's Wines and Spirits. Here in New Providence, East Bay Street, Cable Beach, Carmichael Road, Airport Industrial Park, Wolf Road, and at Life and Storage in Commerce Park. And then obviously over there in Freeport on the Queens Highway. So be sure to check them out and get your Michelob Ultras on with your shot to take in that NBA experience courtesy of Jimmy's Wines and Spirits. And, of course, KFC Nassau. Can't forget them. Make them part of your pregame, halftime, and postgame. Let them do the cooking for you today. It's always finger licking good. They got the crunchy deals going on. The one-piece chicken box. One-piece chicken, the biscuit, the fries, the soft drinks, $5.95, that included. The famous bowl, famous bowl and the soft drink combo, $5.95. And don't forget, for $6.95, you got the one-piece mash box with the mashed potatoes added on to that. And then the value box for $9.95, you got the one piece of chicken, the 4 nuggets, the 2 biscuits, the mashed potatoes, the fries, and that soft drink. And don't forget the buckets, the value buckets, only $20, VAT included, at your favorite KFC Nassau location. Let them do the cooking for you today. Like I always tell you, it's always finger-licking good. All right, we got Statboy, Pearly, Mega, everybody chimed in. Let's get back to the phone lines. Press box.
Hey, Naughty, what's good, man?
Hey, what's happening?
Everything is outstanding. I got a question for you, man, and Pearly. A lot of the commentary surrounding the Lakers' playoff implications, how LeBron's presence has adversely impacted that. I just wanted to get an idea, especially recently, with some of the performances, new records, the way that the team's positioned, and now this streak, those thoughts, if you or Pearly are prepared to wind any of that back at this time.
Where were you about 6 to 7 minutes ago?
You and I talk all the time. It may not be on air. You could try to spin that, but this ain't nothing that's changed in our conversation. You made yours publicly. I didn't. I asking you if you already have anything to say publicly about where the Lakers sit in LeBron's performance and his ability to contribute to the Lakers. Just curious. I know.
All right, I'm going to let Statboy chime in because Pearly had to step away. Mega could chime in as well, too. Here's what I said before the break, Knowledge. And, I kind of have these conversations with a little melancholy mind frame now because I know next year and probably beyond next year, you and I won't be having these conversations anymore. We'll have to find a new, person for you to support and for me to hate, and we'll have to, run it back. But obviously, this right now is, that old song, my friends, the end is near. But no, I look at it and I say, listen, right now in the regular season, LeBron is acquiescing, accepting his role as the third option on that team behind Reeves and Doncic. But this is the regular season. And the team is playing defense, including him. But they won 9 straight. They got the road trip going on. Let's see how it all pans out. Pans out. However, come playoff time, will that gargantuan ego of LeBron now dash away, accepting that role as number 3 on this team, and say, all right, it's playoff time, lights on. I've been coasting. Hey, give me the rock. Let me lead the show. Let me lead the way. And I'm afraid that might mess up chemistry that the Lakers have finally over this 9-game win streak. Obviously, everybody's pitched in and bought into the process, and they're playing defense. So I don't want to see that disturbed. Now, as far
your
as
commentary sounds just like old boy Stephen A. Smith, the backhanded appreciation and compliment man. Why it have to be about LeBron's ego? When has LeBron's ego been a factor in him? You hear what his teammates say about him, man? People that have actually played with him, not the haters, man. People that have actually played with this guy.
I've heard numerous people who played with him say, I've heard Mario Chalmers comment on him. I've heard Dwayne Wade. I've heard several ex-Miami Heat, several Cleveland Cavaliers. So yeah, and then you have others that orbit around his jock, similar to what you and the other bronzexuals do that have played with him, that he can do no wrong.
I was just waiting on it, bro. I was waiting on the crap. Listen, all I want.
However, at the end of the day, he's long in the tooth. When's this gonna finally come to an end? I think it ends next year in Cleveland, to tell you the truth. Knowledge?
I think about it as though a prime example of LeBron got to step back or him trying to do too much. Remember last time in the playoffs when they played Denver, I think it was Game 5, and he started, he took over, and he was tearing up the first half. Second half, he disappeared because he was already tired. Let's not pretend that Father Time don't catch up on a man's body at 40, run up and down and going. he has to stick with this third option in order for the Lakers to proceed to go further than they've ever been the last 3 years. He can't say, let me take over and beat him up because he can't do it no more like that. I prefer him do it in spurts, and JJ Redick got to be hard on him and say, bro, this ain't your show right now no more. You just got to be the one to control, everybody, keep everybody composure. If we need you in that third option, if Austin Reeves isn't getting anything done on Luka, yeah. But right now, if it sticks the way it is now, it is right now, there's good chances of them, maybe making it to the semifinals. I don't, like I say, me personally, I don't think they're going to make it to the Western Conference Finals because it's going to be OKC and San Antonio just because of the use of that team right now and the way they are playing. But for them to go further, things may happen where they do make it to the Western Conference Finals and have to stay with what they're doing right now. He can't go around and say, all right, playoff time come, I need to be the key person on that team.
But do you feel, even just like the way that Braun's been actually performing, that there's some resistance to accepting, and okay, let's call it that, the third option? He's gelling.
I think he's done a good job, gelling. That's why I said in the regular season, he's done an excellent job so far, especially on the 9-game win streak. My question is, when the playoff lights come on, and this isn't a swipe, the pressure comes on being 4-6, Chasing not trying to even up that record. Does he take matters into his own hands? Does the ego take over at that point?
My only reason for calling you, Naughty, I wanted to hear you just not all the way go crazy with the diss. And that's as much as I'm going to get from you. Have some respect. Put some respect on the King's name, baby.
Yes, his name is Jesus Christ, and he's our Lord and Savior. That is who the King is. And I will not practice blasphemy on a good Sunday.
I don't know LeBron hater, right? I always liked LeBron because of what he brought to the game. I was there with those type. But he has to stick to what he is right now. Like I said, he cannot take a game over like I used to, because the last time he tried that, it didn't work well in the second half. I always remember that game because I was like, but he came out busted. I think he had like 27 or 28 at the half. A second half, I think he barely gave the Lakers like 5 or 10 points. And then we went on to win that series 4-1. So he can't do what he used to do no more, man. He just can't. Or it can be a short series.
Knowledge still there, or we lost knowledge? I wanted to catch knowledge before he left, man, because listen, I'll be honest with you. I'm mega and start why you can attest to this. I mean, I really can't relate to LeBron because he's toted a lot of L's. When you look back on my career, directly and indirectly, just like how LeBron got some help in some areas. Yes, I've got, like last night, winning Radio Talk Show of the Year. Got major help from MJ, big help from Pearlie. But we had some best morning shows, like multiple morning shows in a row. We had a radio personality of the year. We had an entertainer of the year. We had a couple columnists of the year. So I can't relate, man. I mean, you got kind of, I'm in a Kobe territory. I'm in a Magic territory. My wins in the finals are above LeBron's, man. So I gotta throw it in there a little bit. I can't relate, man.
Now to see the way the Lakers are playing right now, I wonder if Rich Paul feels stupid for that remark that he made about the Lakers trading Austin Reeves. I don't know if you remember that, but he said that on a podcast a few months ago.
Now, that's where I have a problem with, and we're supposed to be talking NFL, and we will talk NFL, but that's what a problem that I have with Clutch Sports, that whole entourage. A couple of years back, the Lakers were actually, when they won the bubble championship, Anthony Davis was leading the charge in that finals, all right? After 2 games, he had monster numbers. What happened then? It started, the Clutch and them started a narrative. LeBron started hogging the ball. The next thing you know, Lakers win, and who's MVP? And after that narrative was started, AD didn't see the ball.
No,
there was 2
he
games
didn't.
that the ball didn't go to him. LeBron choosed up everything. Well, I don't think they could do it now, so they had to take a different route. And I think the selling, that was Rich Paul trying to sell the angle of get rid of Austin Reeves so you could give LeBron this money. But the Lakers have moved beyond LeBron. He's out of there. And if you look at the Lakers' history, Every time somebody's got long in the tooth, they get rid of them. Back to the George Mikan time. And from George Mikan time, you look up, they had a good run with Kareem, but when it was time for Kareem to go, Kareem was showing the door. When Shaq came and it was Shaq or Kobe and they had to make a decision between A and B, they went with Kobe. Shaq was showing the door. It's now time for LeBron to be showing the door. I think that's the only way the Lakers get better. You get from out under that huge contract, the entourage and everything, and you get Bronny out of there too and save yourself $30 million as well.
Yeah, you do have to know when to say when. I mean, listen, my organization had to do it when we get rid of, I'm talking football, but Joe Montana, that's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. So sometimes you got to know, hey, I got somebody in the back who just as good. He's younger. It's time for him to perform. He just gotta, we gotta move on. But
my whole thing about
he had to stay the third option for them to go far. If he plans, so that's why I asked the question: if you all win the championship, is LeBron going to be the MVP? Because I haven't seen a team yet. LeBron won a championship, and he, like you said, Anthony Davis was the one who carried Jordan in the 2020 finals, but yet LeBron still won a championship.
Right.
I can see it happening again.
It's always an up and down with that whole entourage. I want to see them go. I want to see them be gone. I mean, the $30 million with Bronny, and I'm going to leave it like this. I'm not mad at Bronny. He was forced into this. So take your $30 million, young man, and go love yourself. But that's a spot on that team, and that $30 million can be broken up to play several players to make that Laker team better. So you have to look what new management does next year, and I think big part of their plans is no LeBron moving forward. And they got maybe 2 players under contract, maybe 3. So they got room, they got cap space to rebuild and add other free agents and new free agents how they need to. All right, we about to get into the NFL, but we got Muff back on the line. Let's see what Muff got to say. Talk, press box.
Yeah, no, I can be quick, man. But don't bring up that 2020 championship in the bubble, man. They all stole that championship from us. But knowledge, I'm glad you bring that up, and congratulations to LeBron, because I'm a Bron sexual too. They bought us 2 championships in 11 and 12. And good a compliment, congratulations. But what I call for is let's congratulate Kevin Durant too for taking down Jordan, for jumping Jordan, the best player that ever played the game in the league. Congratulations to Kevin Durant too for taking the scoring title. All right, gentlemen.
Kevin who? I mean, okay, again, longevity plays into it. How long did it take him to pass Jordan in relation to how long did it take Jordan to set the mark? So on and so forth. Listen, this whole crew, KD, LeBron, Steph Curry, as much as I hate to say it there, James Harden is getting into that conversation. The face of the league is in. And you all need to embrace who the next face of the league is, and his name is Victor Wembanyama. Say it for me, Sancho. Shai Glorious.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Victor Wembanyama, Jokic, Giannis, all these guys.
All of those guys.
The thing about it, what the league doesn't like, I wouldn't say the league, but what's really the problem with that is they don't have an American face. That's why they still holding on to that LeBron James, because that's the last American hope right now we have. Because everybody has enough of America. They how Americans are. They very patriotic and they take stuff.
That's why they're gonna push Cooper Flag so hard.
Even though basketball was invented by a Canadian, but then that's a different subject now. So that's what it is. That's why they still hold on to LeBron, and they had so much hopes for Andy Edwards, and they pushing him with Barack Obama because we need to have that American face to pull the sport. I think it'd be better if you just have an international face to push more international players, eh? Stop
exactly,
making it just,
it's happening in
American,
baseball
American,
too.
American.
Well,
Exactly.
can I say something? I just got to get this off my chest. They took my boy, Kobe Bean Bryant, and made him the sacrificial lamb to Steve Nash, not once but twice. Steve Nash has 2 of Kobe's MVPs because they were pushing the international agenda. David Stern, Lord bless the dead, but he was stinking in his own right. And the Chris Paul trade too. Little short, evil man when he was ready. But at the end of the day, this is what they get. Their chickens have come home to roost. Now you have to look in the face of Jokic, and he's the best player in the league, multiple MVP winner. You have to look at
Champion,
Shea.
Finals
You have
MVP.
to look at Doncic. You have to look at Wemby. Wemby's going to rewrite everything when it's said and done.
He's an MVP, just won an MVP. I mean, would that tell you?
Yeah, but
The league
that
is-
was fraudulent. That was fraudulent.
I know it's fraudulent, but it just shows you that listen, everybody the last 5 MVPs, even up to Giannis, was an international player.
That's the last 7 MVPs have been an international player, and the next 8 will be because no Americans winning MVP this year.
Oh, trust me, the American players they kind of side eyeing that because they're like, I've been hearing the talks now for years now. That's why in the Olympics it was like, we got to win the gold medal because these teams they starting to get
Catch
better.
up.
Oh, yeah, they've been getting better now for the last 20 years. We all been, So hey, we know how Americans go. They feel like they're the greatest of everything in the world. So they, that's
They
them.
gotta
They gotta
claim
stop that.
ownership, but
Exactly. I don't know what they can do with baseball because, like you say, it's America- they call it
Shohei's
America's
hands
past-
down the best player.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what they can do.
You call it America's pastime, but yet the best player is a Japanese guy.
Japanese, exactly.
That is
Well,
the
for better,
irony of it all, though. That is, it makes it a small world.
Yeah, God forbid if the best quarterback in the next 10 years be somebody from a country except for U.S. I think we'll have another war.
They'd be ready to riot. They'd be ready to riot.
Can you imagine that? No, boy.
It ain't far. Listen to me. It ain't far via somebody coming from college and, where's Mendoza from? I just want to make sure.
Well, he's born in America, but he's Cuban too, though.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? He has some other lineage besides American. So
exactly.
Let's say the next 10, 15 years, Naughty. Yeah,
I can
but
see
a
it
good
now.
quarterback.
I could see it now, 10 to 15 years. Louis Bele tucked away somewhere in America, sitting on his porch, dipping into his skull, sipping on his old Milwaukee, kicking his dog, saying, I don't know what's become of the NFL. First, we lost the quarterback position to the brother man, and now we're losing it to El Aziz. Who is Ali El Aziz playing quarterback for Alabama? The world is finished, damn it.
Listen, don't let
And then his
him
head
be
will
for the
explode like the
don't let him
Chappelle
be-
show. Just boom.
don't let it be from the Middle East. I think they love
That's what I'm saying. Who is Ali
Oh,
El
boy.
Aziz playing quarterback? Who is he? Where did he come from?
So, yeah, man, that's all it is, man. It's just they feel like their sports has been taken away from them now because it's being dominated by the best players, not American now.
Yeah, but you got to look at it. I mean, you cannot popularize the NBA, the NFL, Major League Baseball, and not have other kids from around the world, a la Europe, zone in on one and say, you know what, I want to play. And who's to say that kid don't have the tools to play and be good one day? Why can't they be afforded the opportunity? How many European kids have come over and played American football and end up in the league?
Exactly.
A ton, but you don't realize it until draft day.
It's just that when you start to open up the world to your sport, you're gonna get somebody from the world who's going to play better than or right on the same level as your players in your country. That's what happens. I mean, look at baseball over here. Baseball over here, it started to blow up. I'm still trying to figure out why we're still playing softball in these schools and not implementing more baseball in the government schools. But we got a whole ton of international players now. Hopefully, in the next few years, I see the Bahamas in the WBC because it's opening up now. The NBA, how many first round picks, almost number one picks we had in the NBA in the last 20 years or so? You might say we might be the best.
Capita and all would be
I just can't say.
We've done extremely well with basketball and baseball over the last 10 to 15 years. And track and field to an extent as well.
So it's like, it's exactly track and field as well. So you got to look at it now. The world is getting smaller when it comes to sports. Sports is, is making the world smaller. Now, soccer-wise, he must be aiming into soccer. So, I don't see there's any time.
Extremely popular here, though.
It's extremely popular,
not being
but
run
not
well by the BFA. But
yeah,
that's
but
a
it's
different
not really.
conversation.
It's not much Bohemians being pulled to it like like the rest of the Caribbean, who have, Haiti and Trinidad, you know, they have teams, Jamaica, they have teams that try to qualify every time around the World Cup happens or CONCACAF and all that. Beamers are interested. We like the American sport. Maybe because we only see the glitz and glamour that comes with the basketball and the football. But we don't know that also these guys who play soccer, they make sometimes way more money than.
It's proximity, Mega.
Yeah.
I mean, we've grown up with
That too.
that feed to the States, and
That too.
indirectly,
Yeah.
their
That
sports
too.
is kind of our sports.
Is cricket still a national sport of No, they changed it to sailing. Anyhow, you got one sport that Bahamians really care about to another sport that only you got to have some money to be a part of. But unless you call them a sloop sailing, I don't think that's what the national sport they were talking about. But
No. That it is sailing. It starts off with the sunfish and the sun that level, and then it goes up to the E class, the C class, the B class, and the A class. But it's all destined at some point to get all the forms of sailing in, but at the same time prepare them to work the bigger boats as they progress and get older. But they do have the optimists and the sunfish and all, and we had Mr. Martinborough was world champion back in the day. We've had a plethora of young fellas come through nowadays, sailing and getting scholarships. So keep an eye on them. I think it was a good move, considering we're surrounded by water. We're an archipelagic nation. It's a better choice than cricket. No offense.
Yes. No offense. Yeah, I agree. Because cricket is a big sport. I must give that. Cricket is one of the top Caribbean sports, but not here in the Bahamas. You're not pulling in children to say they want to go play cricket.
No.
Dealing with kids. I hear football, I hear basketball, I hear baseball, even golf, soccer.
And then you have some really high quality sailing programs in the Family Islands, Exuma, Eleuthera, Abaco. So those kids get to experience it there and sail year round, as well as what we have going here. We have sailing clubs here in New Providence as well too. So it might be quiet, it might go under the radar, but it is well attended, and they do have a lot of participants. And I think it's a better step in the right than cricket. I mean,
yeah, it's a start.
And we put enough money into track and field. We need to look at some of these other sporting disciplines where they could require money. So what if you got one or two kids in a specialty event? You got to look at it across the board. What if it's the optimist instead of carrying four people on the entourage who really don't need to go on that track and field trip, and use that money to send 4 sailors where they need to be?
Listen, we waste a lot of money with a lot of stuff like that in this country. Where you could put more in the sports that we should. I'm still looking forward to the boxing program in this country, which I've been advocating for like years now.
Well, I've been right there advocating with you, but I drove past the National Boxing Complex, and I saw the ribbon cutting, and I saw the alleged $1.2 million investment, but I really didn't see it.
You saw the investment, or you did see the investment?
I saw, but I didn't saw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Yeah. So I gotta call, Keno Major and all of them, and see if they could get me in for a tour. I'll call my good brethren Cato Ferguson and get me in for a tour so I can see exactly what's going on inside, and see where we are with the state of boxing. Because obviously we got a lot of boxing clubs, but how do we elevate it to the next level? How do we make sure, emphasize that we get boxing back to where it needs to be? We had a lot of good fighters come through the pipeline.
Hell yeah, we did.
But boxing kind of just fizzled off in the country.
And that's sad, because it's really treated also to our professional boxers as well too.
Yeah.
But if they go into the high schools and see the enthusiasm that some of these young men have for it, especially when they come up to me and they be asking me like, maybe we could do this and how we could do this, I'm like, these are the places they need to go at that. Because
and if it's going to get them off the block and get them away from badness, then we need to open more gyms.
And they enthuse about it. And I keep trying to tell them, hey, I gotta check with the government and see what they're doing about it, bro. But there's children out there that are interested in it. Gotta worry about that. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's no reason why we shouldn't have a Golden Gloves program here where these kids travel and go to Golden Gloves tournaments abroad, USA, Canada, and even Europe. Give them an opportunity to see the world and see the boxing is a vehicle that could get them where they need to be. And they're still amateur too as well.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm just looking forward to it, man.
All right, let's take this break. Let's take this quick break. Flip side of the break, we'll be back. We'll be talking NFL. We'll check the off-season moves. You got the 49ers. We got to talk about a couple of things with Mega. Offensive lineman Williams could be out the door, or could be restructuring a new deal, or could be a cap casualty. Also got to talk, wrap up the arrival of O.C. Odighizuwa over there in San Francisco, how he fits in with that defense. And we'll also talk about the Seahawks. All right, Jackson Smith and Jigma, they picked up his fifth-year option. A trade between the Falcons and the Eagles went down. And we got some draft news as well coming up, all right? So we'll talk that and more on the flip side of the break as the Sunday, March 22nd edition of the Press Box, all brought to you by The Island Game, Green Parrot, Jimmy's Wines and Spirit, Michelob Ultra, and KFC Nassau continues right after this.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We can make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
The following is a paid political message.
Kalani. Whoa. Hey. Kalani. Oh, the future is brighter. Oh, vote for MacGyver. Hey, 'cause she is a fighter. Kalani. Hey. The future is brighter. Oh, if you need improvement, oh, come join the movement. Come join the movement. Hey, you're looking for change, find it here. You're looking for justice, find it here. You're looking for truth, find it here. Vote for MacGyver. Hey, she's here for you. See everybody in Kalani. Change is here. Hey, hands in the air. See everybody in Kalani. Vote for MacGyver. She is a fighter.
That was a paid political message.
KFC got that crispy onions crunch. Take a bite, it's a smile. Sweet onion sauce drip, happy running down my side. Pepper jack cheese, bring a little playful wow. Burrito bun soft like a cloud on this ride. KFC, get chicky with it. Hey, taste the sweet side of things. Every single bite, so litty. Got my whole crew doing that thing. Crispy onion, sweet onion sauce. Pepper jack cheese, going on.
Introducing the new Sweet Chicky Chicken Sandwich at KFC.
Let's get chicky with it.
Basketball fans, this one's for you. Buy a 6-pack of Michelob Ultra at any Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location and enter for your chance to win an all-expense-paid trip to a live NBA game before the end of the 2026 season. 2 lucky winners and their guests are headed to a live NBA game, so grab your Michelob Ultra today and get in the game. Drawing takes place April 20th, so don't miss your shot. Michelob Ultra is the official beer sponsor of the NBA, distributed in the Bahamas by Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, who reminds you to drink in moderation.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the Sunday, March 22nd edition of the Press Box. All brought to you by The Island Game, Green Parrot, Jimmy's Wines and Spirit, Michelob Ultra, and KFC Nassau. Stat Boy in the building. We got Mega in the building. We're talking NFL right now. Sancho, real quick, let's check your Baltimore Ravens. Hearing a name come up now, Kenyon Sadiq now is coming on the radar. Could y'all possibly take him at the 16th pick?
Yeah, we could. I mean, well, do we have the 16th or the 14th pick?
Sorry, 14th.
And he'd be a very, very solid tight end. I'm still hoping because we had Njoku in for a visit. I'm hoping we could get that deal done. I'd love to get Kenyon Sadiq, though he's a great tight end for the Oregon Ducks. But we need to address receiver. We still need to retool up our offensive line too as well. So that's the main thing. The main two things for me is another receiver.
But I think that the kid from USC, the kid that looks like Chucky and Bushwick Bill had a love child, who looked all psycho.
Makai Lemon, yeah. But I don't want to deal with the headache when you act like that at the combine, at the presser, and all that. You don't show a good level of maturity. The Ravens need somebody mature with a good
What
head
about
on their
Tyson
shoulders.
from Arizona State?
Now that would be a good pickup. I wouldn't mind that at all.
Well, that would be a good pickup.
We need a playmaking receiver.
His pro comparison is George Pickens.
And hey, George Pickens is a great talent. Now, if he doesn't have the mentality of Pickens where he's ready to crash out and just go crazy, it would be really great. But we need a playmaking receiver like that. But we really need to focus on fixing up the O-line, especially after we lost Linderbaum to the Raiders. So that's the main focus to me.
Do you go offensive lineman in the first round?
I wouldn't mind that at all. I wouldn't. I mean, skill positions do matter, but Lamar has made older receivers, not as great receivers, be great. But you need protection. We saw last year when he had the worst offensive line of his career, he couldn't make any plays. So O-line is paramount.
And you guys predicate yourself on the run game. You still have Derrick Henry. So I think maybe if he's available, how about the tackle from Miami, Margot?
I would not mind. I would love that. We need help at tackle and at right guard. Because thank goodness we're letting Falele walk. He's the worst offensive lineman I've ever seen play football, ever. And we could rebuild at that position and at the line, and we could really get back to winning games.
Mega, let's pivot over to your 49ers. I mean, you have Mike Evans, new addition, Christian Kirk on the offensive side in the wide receiver room. I think both of those are going to make, Ricky Pearsall's stock rise. I don't think you go offense. Do you go offensive lineman with potentially losing Williams? Or are you guys going defense?
From what I'm seeing, I think they're going to go edge rusher. I forget the guy's name. I think from LSU they was looking at. Trent Williams, that situation looks like he's going to restructure because they didn't pick up the option. So it looks like they're going to try with a contract, an extension, because that $10 million that they owed him, and then they just gonna kick that can down the road and maybe restructure. So there's like an 80% chance that he resigns back with the Niners with a new contract. I think the Niners are gonna go edge rusher though. I see we did pick up our lineman in the free agency, so it does bolsters the offensive line somewhat. I just can see how they look together. Training camp, OTAs, and see how it goes. But I think Niners are going to go heavy defense. But if you've been looking the way they've been in free agency, they've been heavy offense. Fred is on his way back. They say Nick should be ready by September. Caleb Williams should be ready by September. So if you can find another pass rusher. Greenlaw's back with the Niners too.
Greenlaw's back too, but how healthy is he? I was just going to bring that up. How healthy is he?
Man, so far, look, he's been pretty good. The problem with Greenlaw, remember, I think he started like week 7 or week 8 with the Broncos because he was coming off the injury. But his problem was he didn't fit that system, whatever. I forgot. Was it I forget the coach name, defensive.
Fangio.
No, it wasn't Fangio. It's a black coach. I can't remember his name. Who was with
Vance Joseph.
Vance Joseph. Yeah, he didn't fit the scheme with Vance Joseph wanted to do, and he used to get himself in trouble too. So Sean Payton just say, well, he'll just cut him. I mean, to me, Fred plays better when Dre Greenlaw is on his side. I always go back to the Super Bowl.
Well, you just talked about
move the ball.
A good linebacking core. I think Dallas has to pull a page out of that book. They couldn't get any in free agency. We're looking at trading for Powers over there in Brooks in Miami. But I don't know if that's going to pan out. So I'm looking at the Cowboys trying to either go safety or a linebacker in the draft. Now we got Rich Eisen lined up. Here's his take on who could potentially be the top 10 picks, and it could be some surprises. Some offensive players could actually sneak in there and shake up the draft order. Let's check this out We'll come back and we'll do our picks. And then we got Rich Eisen taking us home today with the final 10 with what's more likely, as we do each and every week right here on the Press Box.
And Reese or Styles.
Right.
Exactly.
Yep.
That leaves everybody not named, two of those guys for the Cardinals. Let's just say they do go with the Miami right tackle. They go with Maui Noah there.
Yep.
Okay. That leaves the Titans with every offensive skilled player, if you will, not named Fernando Mendoza.
Fact.
Right? Or they might just say, screw it. We'll go with whoever the Jets didn't take at the pass rush.
Mm-hmm.
They love Styles or they love Bailey. Let's just say Reese goes there, right? That leaves every other offensive player not named Fernando Mendoza for the Giants, or the third player right, not named Bailey or Reese or Styles.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Or named one of those.
Mm-hmm.
What do the Browns do at 6? Because Tate's sitting there too. The Ohio State. I think the Browns would go for Carnell Tate in a heartbeat. Right? Which leaves potentially Jeremiah Love for the Commanders.
Wow.
Right. I just kind of named all that. Which leaves every wide receiver on the board for the Saints, not named Tate. That also leaves Downs still on the board, right? Correct? There's another the Browns could go offensive lineman there too.
Spencer Fano.
You know, he could be taken off the board there. The kid from Georgia, I believe, is out there, sitting out there, as well, which would push everybody named Tate and Love down another one.
Yeah.
Just throwing some scenarios out, how some really good offensive players could get pushed down into that Saints-Chiefs category. And let's just say Love is available there for the Saints.
Whew.
Would you call up Mickey Loomis and start making a trade? And if you're the Saints, you'd have to accept it, right?
Have to.
Because you've just signed Travis Etienne, who I can't stop talking about, not only because he's a good player, but I just want to show off my French accent.
Do you think Devin?
Thank you for that chuckle.
Do you think
Jay?
Devin
Always here
Etienne
for you.
should now change his pronunciation
To Etienne?
Devin Etienne?
Just to screw with us? Why not? I mean, these mock drafts are going to be very interesting because there are ways for really good. Because let's just say, if you up one more time, let's just reverse it. Okay, let's just say, again, the Jets are totally going defense, right? And,
Totally.
And so what if the Cardinals go Love and the Titans go Tate?
Wow.
It's every defensive player not named either whoever the Jets take available for the Giants.
Jeez.
Okay? And then whatever lineman, any lineman. All the linemen are
Browns
available
could get
there.
the third guy there.
Possible.
And the Miami kid still drops.
Right. It's possible. Yeah.
Browns go defense.
I don't know.
Commanders go protector for
No idea.
Daniels.
No clue. But there's some really good players that get pushed down to the Commanders, Saints, Chiefs, and Bengals. Just sitting tight. You know? I just think at the end of the day, Tate being there for 11 for the Dolphins is a pipe dream.
Yeah, they're going to have to move up.
Let's take a break here.
Hankathon has him at 11, by the way.
Who does?
Tate.
I just think it's a pipe dream. I honestly think it is. He's that good. And people who just don't know about him because or think he's not because he ran some 4.5 at the combine, or Jeremiah Smith is the one who gets all the pub for Ohio State. Take my word for it.
We're back at you on the Press Box, and like I said, that top 10 is there's a lot of gamemanship going on between general managers right now. I don't think anybody has a real clear finger on the pulse of who's going to go where. I think there could be some surprises in the top 10. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it's however it falls. But I think the Saints should still draft Jeremiah Love. or if Cardinal Tate's available, him. But like they should draft Love.
I mean, the Saints need an option. They need a receiver option to go opposite Olave, or they could use a running back. Kamara's getting long in the tooth.
Yeah, and that's why they signed Travis Etienne as well, or Travis Etienne, however you prefer it. But I think the Saints' bread and butter has always been a great running back duo because it was Mark Ingram in his prime along with the young Alvin Kamara. They've had great guys over the years too. So I think they need to go back to that same formula and get Jeremiah Love to go along with Travis Etienne because that would be incredible. But they could use another receiver as well.
I'd like to see some of those offensive players crack the top 10. For us, one of Sonny Styles or Caleb Downs down to the Cowboys at number 12. Or, if not those two, maybe a Mansour Delane or somebody along those lines to help us fill a need without having to trade up or trade down.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But
my thing is, I always go for what you need. What is your priority? Even though it always work like that. Depends on who is left on the board at the time and where you picking, or what's your most priority need. To me, I can see some surprises. I still think Mendoza might nail him to the Raiders. I don't know. I feel like
why are you the only person who thinks that?
I just feel like the Jets can do something and try and get that spot, which would be scary because I think the Jets is where everybody goes to die in the NFL right now. That's horrible.
Arnold Reese is going to be doomed going there.
Yeah, the last decade, the Jets have been the worst team in the NFL. Think about that.
The last decade, the last 20 years. Anyway, let's get to these NBA picks. All brought to you, of course, by the Island Game. Be sure to check out my daily free pick brought to you by the Island Game. 8 straight winners going into Monday. Looking for number 9 starting on Monday. But here's who we like today in the NBA. Trailblazers taking on the Nuggets. Nuggets 8.5-point favorites. I like the Nuggets to win in this one, but I'm going to take them in the money line to be safe.
Agreed. Give me Denver to win that.
Yeah, give me Denver as well, too. Jamal Murray said, oh, no, he's back.
No, I think he's back.
Yeah,
he's back. You got the Nets and the Kings. I don't even know why we have to even watch or play this game. Sacramento 6.5-point favorites. I like them. I'm going to play the Kings in the money line to be safe. I don't think the Nets have anything left. I think they're in full tank mode.
Yeah, that
was an easy giveaway. Yeah,
give me Sacramento.
Wizards on the road taking on the Knicks. Knicks 21.5-point favorites. No Trae Young for the Wizards. I'm going to take the Knicks in the money line because they do play to the level of that competition. And 21.5, that's a lot of points to cover. So take them.
Who's playing? That's the Pee Wee League player? 21.5?
You got the Timberwolves on the road taking on your Celtics. And the Celtics are 10.5-point favorites. Is Anthony Edwards playing for the Timberwolves today?
Let me check
on that. The injury report.
10.5. Yeah, he's out tonight with the knee.
Oh, okay, but that's why.
Yeah, and Naz Reid's out. So.
All right, well then I'll take the Celtics in the 10.5.
Agreed.
That could turn ugly. And then the last game of the day, the Raptors on the road taking on the Suns. Raptors 3.5-point favorites. The Suns, I don't know what they've been doing lately. The Raptors seem to be trying to play, to keep that playoff relevance alive. So I'll take the Raptors minus the 3.5. But the Suns are a different animal at home too.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Give me the Suns plus 3.5 at home.
I'm going to go with Phoenix as well with that one. I mean, Scotty Boston's up a boy. I wouldn't put on Boston, but yeah, I still think Phoenix play better at home though.
But I think Toronto wins this one though. It'll
be close. It may be close.
Yeah, I think it will be.
Because Phoenix was there competitive against the Celtics a few nights ago. So
they just lost to the Bucks. I mean, I don't like how they're going recently. The Raptors play great defense. I'm gonna take the Raptors.
All right, there you go. Good stuff, guys. Appreciate you chiming in. Appreciate Pearly chiming in. We're gonna hit the break. Flip side of the break, you got Rich Eisen taking us home with what's more likely. He'll address the A.J. Brown potential trade to the New England Patriots, the residual effect of the Max Crosby Baltimore Ravens Las Vegas Raiders trade that was rescinded, and Crosby still may not end up with the Raiders. We're going to touch the NCAA tournament and the NBA as well. That's all coming up in the Final 9 with Rich Eisen. Good stuff, everybody who chimed in, called in, texted. We appreciate you. And big up to all our sponsors. The Island Game, Green Parrot, Jimmy's Wines and Spirit, Michelob Ultra, and KFC Nassau. For Sancho, Statboy, for Mega, for Pearly, this your boy, and of course, Mr. Super Producer. This your boy, Naughty. Have a great Sunday, and we'll see you next week right here on the Press Box.
Boost your buying power with a margin loan at rates as low as 7.5%. A margin loan offers convenient flexibility, freeing up capital without liquidating your investments. Whether you're looking to diversify, fund a business opportunity, or refinance higher cost debt, RF provides access to cash within 48 hours for any purpose. Tailored, effortless, powerful. Discover how a margin loan can work for you. Visit rfgroup.com or call 603-6000. RF Bank and Trust. Money at work.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Basketball fans, this one's for you. Buy a 6-pack of Michelob Ultra at any Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location and enter for your chance to win an all-expense-paid trip to a live NBA game before the end of the 2026 season. 2 lucky winners and their guests are headed to a live NBA game, so grab your Michelob Ultra today and get in the game. Drawing takes place April 20th, so don't miss your shot. Michelob Ultra is the official beer sponsor of the NBA, distributed in the Bahamas by Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, who reminds you to drink in moderation.
New roads on airports are connecting our islands. Energy reform is bringing electricity prices down, while young Bahamians are stepping up, gaining new skills for new opportunities. Respect for workers. Support for entrepreneurs. We're modernizing energy and infrastructure across our islands and preparing Bahamians to succeed in a new economy. Transformations this big take time. Let's choose progress. Paid for by the PLP.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
What's more likely?
Never say never, but never. All right, Christopher, what do you have over there?
Hey, guys,
What's more likely
happy Friday.
presented by Pella Windows and Doors.
Mike, happy belated birthday, man.
Thank you, Chris.
I saw you yesterday. Let's make it about you. Guys, here we go. Let's get right to it. More likely disgruntled star to be on their current team week 1, Max Crosby or A.J. Brown, who was working out yesterday with Kevin Byard.
I'll go A.J. Brown. More likely to be there. I think Crosby, I don't know. I kind of believe it. Crosby's like, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm here. And we'll find out. I can't wait for Pelissero to join us in just a few minutes' time. He'll give us what this scoop is. They'll just keep it quiet now and see if anything happens before the draft. A.J. Brown is something that they don't have to do it. They don't have to do it. I don't think A.J. Brown has demanded a trade within the walls. Don't you think that would have gotten out at any point in time from Philadelphia?
Maybe.
I'll say that it's more likely that potentially Crosby, there's a, that there's A.J. Brown's going to stay put, and there's still more of a chance for Crosby to be moved. That this is, he's done with talking about it. But let's just see if this is just let's reset the trade market, because you can't just do it now. You're not going to get anything close to the 2-1s if you do it now. If you make it seem like you don't have to do it, like the Eagles don't, I'll just think A.J. Brown will stay put. I think maybe both of them will, but this is called what's more likely.
Putting you in a box.
What else?
Guys, happy birthday to Lions running back Jahmyr Gibbs. Turns 24 today.
Okay. Happy birthday.
Who's the more likely running back to threaten 2,000 this season? Jahmyr Gibbs or Bijan Robinson?
Oh, I'll go, both of them. Oh, man. Oh, I'll go Bijan.
Now that Algier's gone?
Yeah.
You might get 30.
Yeah, now let's see what's up.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here.
No more David
No, I know
Montgomery.
David. No David Montgomery either. I know. They both have the decks are cleared for both, which is why you're putting me in this box. I'll go Bijan just cause. I'll just do it. New coach there. I know what Stefanski's play calling looks like. Drew Petzing we've seen before, but let's stick with Bijan. That was a royal we with the Let's. What else you got, Chris?
You know, I don't think you're going to like this one, but I was
okay.
I'm gonna
Great
do it
setup.
Anyway. I was thinking about this after watching the WBC this week, and I like to talk about legacy a lot, TJ.
Mm-hmm.
More likely, New York MVP whose legacy most needs a championship. Aaron Judge or Josh Allen?
I don't like this question.
I don't think this is as easy as you think.
I knew you wouldn't, but it was top of mind this week.
I think this is
All right.
I think this is kind of easy.
Do you want the I could give you this. I
Just say it, Rich. It has to be.
Yeah, just say it. You know what?
has to be
You know
Aaron,
what it is.
It
You
has
have
to
to
be
say it.
Aaron Judge.
Go ahead. Thank you, TJ.
it is Aaron Judge.
Because the Bills, respectfully, have never won a
I
championship.
understand that.
So
I understand that.
Are you an all-time great or not?
Who was telling me the other day, like he just can't ever be
Can't do
put
it.
next to Jeter and DiMaggio and Mantle and anyone else in the
He can.
without
Joey
a ring.
wins like
Without a
four.
ring. No.
Or even Craig Nettles.
I'll just take the one.
Craig Nettles.
Oh, Craig Nettles was the man.
By the way, Craig Nettles is in the new MLB The Show. You know why I know that?
Because
Cooper's telling. Again, the questions he asks me, Dad, was Travis Hafner good? Like,
Oh, God.
You know, that's what he said. Dad, was Jeff Conine any good?
Conine the Barbarian.
That's what he said. These are the questions I got.
Mr. Marlin, Jeff Conine.
Okay.
I mean, Conine the Barbarian.
What else you got over there?
Well, so wait a minute, Chris. So you are saying it? Because did you actually say it?
Yeah.
He said it. We want him to say it.
He said Aaron Judge. He did.
Well, just so everyone knows what's going on around here, Kentucky just threw one in with no time left to tie it.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Off
Wait,
the
no
backboard.
time left? Like, we're going to overtime?
Santa Clara just dropped in a three, and then a desperation three from Kentucky off the backboard to force overtime.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
It is just crazy. People are flipping out right now.
I think RJ just screamed in the back.
You heard it. You heard it.
Guys, we
I
had
guess
Michael.
they're gonna check to see if he got it off, but I think
Did he?
did.
Okay.
What
Michael
else?
Rubin was here yesterday.
Yes,
We
he
got the
was.
Flag Football Classic tomorrow. More likely to be the bigger number. Tom Brady TD passes or Raiders wins in 2026.
Oh man. I'll go Raiders wins in 2026. Tom is sharing it with Hurts, isn't he?
I think that's the idea.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
I don't
together
think
on a team.
Yeah, I
Burrow and Jay.
he's got to share it.
Team. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go glass half full for my silver and black friends.
There you go.
And there is in fact overtime. That was a wild finish right here in the middle of what's more like.
You wear 00? Didn't Tony Delk wear 00, TJ?
What else you got, Chris?
More likely to be the higher number. A little March Madness here. We got double-digit seeds to win yesterday. There were 4, or double digits today.
Well, geez, I mean, Santa Clara almost bagged it.
I know.
You know, almost bagged one of them right here.
We had
How
four
many were you? How many were
We
yesterday?
had 4 yesterday.
I'll just say I'll go with Thursday or Friday, because I have a ton of them on Friday, and I think my bracket. If these results, I know people sometimes watch this on YouTube or listen to it, taking it back. If these results between Akron and Santa Clara do not go my way, I might light my bracket on fire to end the program. So
Might set off the fire.
yeah.
Guys, here we go. How about this one? Is it more likely all 8 1 and 2 seeds make the Sweet 16, or 2 double-digit seeds advance
To the Sweet 16?
through the weekend?
Through the weekend. Hey, what? Yeah, I'll go. I've got two. I've got all the 1 and 2 seeds advancing in my bracket, so I'll go there.
Okay.
But again, I'm currently 9.7 million. That's the worst foam finger ever. I'll keep using that joke the entire show. Yeah.
A couple NBA ones. Is it more likely that Luka scores 70 in a game this year, or Bam has a 40-point game?
I'll go Bam has a 40-point game.
He only has 2 in his whole career.
I'll give him a 40-point game. Okay, good. Yeah, because things are going his way.
Are you counting the 80 amongst those 40? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
80, and his career high was 42.
38 are free throws.
Just saying. Thank you, Mike.
You keep on hammering at that whole.
Yeah, because it's not legitimate. And Rich, you're loving the Lakers so much. Who's
I'm
more
not loving
likely
them. I'm
to make the?
pointing-
Oh, just.
You sound like Cooper. You're such a passionate Laker fan.
Who's more likely to make the conference finals, Lakers or Knicks?
I'll go Lakers. Yeah, I'll go Lakers.
Look at you, Mr. LA now.
He's got the car flight.
I'm not Mr.